There we go. Hi, Crafty friends. Hello, hello. Okay, so if you're watching on the replay, go ahead and fast forward if you like. I give it about 1 minute, so anyone who's watching live gets a moment to come on. And I know I've been on for a couple weeks, so it might just be me and myself and I here, but that will be okay because you can watch on the replay. And of course, you can watch on YouTube anytime you want. Yeah, anytime you want. If you're watching on YouTube, of course, give me some comments, give me the little thumbs up emoji. Same thing on Facebook. Super awesome to do that. Okay, so we're almost there. Get your, roll your shoulders a little bit. Do your dance party. Whew. Doing these at the end of the day is a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing and a bad thing, for sure. And I hope I have everything. I think I have everything. Yay! Hello, Tanya. Welcome. All right, are we here? Yes. All right, let's do this. Hi, crafty friends. It's Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi, and welcome to the Crafty Corner. And a little, well, I don't have a Thursday name. It's been Monday Mayhem. It's been Wacky Wednesday. Thursday. I don't know. If you think of something good for Thursday, let me know. But there was just no way. I had too much stuff going on last night. There was no way that I could make this happen. All right. So let's see. It is Thursday, January 8th, 2026. Yes, and I got my hair cut on Tuesday. And it's a little messy now. It looked way better earlier today. But then I got hot. I went on a walk and I wore a hat. So I'll fix it up better. So you can see it better later. But anyway, oh, hey, Nadine. Nadine, I got your text. I'll get back to you, I promise. This is so funny. It's like, oh, I have to do that and that and that. Okay, so there is a lot going on with Stampin' Up! Right now. Let's see. I've got to post a note to tell you all the things. Yes. So today or whatever, this week on the 6th, our spring catalog started. What is this month? January online exclusives are there. There's bonus day coupons. So in January, when you order, if you spend $50, you will get a $5 coupon that you can use in February. So you just have to order in February. It's a trick. You know it is, but it's okay. I put my order in a little late. I think I finally did it this morning, and I will use that coupon in February. What else? I did order catalogs. So it'll still be like probably 2 weeks. It'll probably be 2 weeks. Truly. But if you need a catalog, please let me know and I'll add you to my catalog list. You can of course see the catalog and see all the products. You can actually click, when you go on my website, audramonk.stampinup.net, and you click shop, you can click, maybe it's like what's new, and then spring catalog is a choice, and it will show you all the products that are in the spring catalog. Yes, I think it's better to have a catalog, but in case you need to look that way. And that's how you would find the online exclusives. And then what's the last thing I'm going to tell you? Oh, I'm going to tell you, let's see if I can show you the desk. Okay. This and this and that. Oop, yeah, I did it. Hooray. I would love for you to come cruise with me. I just signed up a person. I've never met her and I'm excited to meet new people. What is her name? Terry. Terry and her husband live in Frostburg, Maryland, and they are going to come on my summer crafty cruise. And so I'm super excited. I'll probably do a post about it. But we're getting there. We need a couple more rooms, and we've got a great craft room. It really is a nice craft room. We enjoyed it a lot in November. So if you have questions or want to know more about it, you can come by yourself. You can come with another crafter. You can come with someone who's not crafting. It's all good. And my mom came with me, and she had so much fun. And I guess she talked about it so much that my dad decided he wanted to do it. So it's a big giant trip for him because he has Parkinson's and he's not the most mobile anymore. But you know what? He decided he was going to do it. So I signed him up, and my mom's sister's going to come along and help. So anyway, it'll be my family and me and all the crafty fun. Okay, and then, oh, and I'm going to have an open house. I'm going to have an open house. So look for a post by this weekend. Like Nadine, I know a lot of people are asking. I'm going to sell a whole bunch of all the retired stuff I don't need. I'm going to sell it super cheap, super awesome. And it's going to be in February. I don't remember the date. Not the first Sunday, but the next one. Maybe it's the 6th or 7th. I don't know. So there'll be more information soon. Okay, that's enough commercials. Oh, and the product of the month. There's a stamp set. So if you spend what is it for the product month? I think $75. You can order the special stamp set for $5. And it was cute. It's nice sentiments. Oh, thank you, Patty. Patty said it'll be nice to see my mom again. Patty's coming on my cruise with me. Yeah, so my mom is going to do the craft part, and I don't think my aunt is. I think my aunt and my dad, they get along really well. I think they're going to go, you know, do fun stuff on the ship. Okay, so what are we making? In January, which I really should make these in December, but I'm just one of those people who does everything behind, I guess. I always make these little easel calendars. It's super easy, and they stand up, and you can put it on your desk. I'm going to take this one up to my desk. It has a little tiny bit of paper here, and the nice thing is you can actually mail it in an envelope. These little calendars, you could probably, I'm sure there's some demo where you can download it and cut it out yourself. I'm sure you could make one maybe if you're super good at that kind of thing. I just order them from Tailored Expressions, and I'm telling you the shipping costs more than the actual little calendars, but they're super fun. Okay, and so then there were a couple things that happened when I was making this. So one, this little cruise ship is not Stampin' Up. If we had a little cruise ship, you know I would use Stampin' Up because I love Stampin' Up the best. However, shoot, I told somebody in that post where I put the picture, I don't remember what company it's from. It's actually from, they have all these gnomes. I think it's like Petunia, no, wait, that's the other thing. Jaded Blossom. I think it's Jaded Blossom. Anyway, they have this whole gnome set, and so these, and then they have all these different things for the gnomes to hold. And in the set, they give you all these travel things, like there's an airplane and a suitcase and a cruise ship and a globe, and you can either have ones with little gnome hands or they have ones without the gnome hands. So that's where that cute little cruise ship came from. And then this is Stampin' Up retired paper, but it looks like the sky. So I made these for, which I have another opportunity actually. If you want to come cruise the Great Lakes in Canada with me, this is a big trip. It's a little more pricey. Everything's included, like alcohol's included, soda's included. Everything's included. An excursion in each port is included. So, you know, we'll go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. We're going to go to the Henry Ford Museum. I think that's in Detroit. We're going to go to Niagara Falls. We're going to do all this fun stuff. But anyway, I have a picture that I got from them, and it has the ship, and it has this beautiful sunset. And so don't ask me what this paper is, but we have a lot of different papers that show up like this that have a little sunset thing. Okay, and then this was an embossing folder. I think it's current. This is terrible. I do not know the name of anything anymore, at least right now. So anyhow, the whole point of all this is I was playing around and I saw that this arch fit this calendar cut exactly. Isn't that neat? And so I was like, well, I'm going to use these arches. And these are in the catalog, I believe, so you can order them. You can go online and order them from me, or if you're a demo, order from yourself. So anyway, I was like, okay, well, I made the packs, there's 10 calendars in the pack. So I made 10 little cruise ship ones, because I thought that would be fun. And then, so my crafting right now is crafting the things I need, right? The things I need. And so I wanted to make these for my yoga studio. Well, it's not mine, but where I work, and it's called Mountain Spirit Yoga. And so I looked at, the emblem online, and look at this. This is what we're going to make tonight. So, these mountains are from this, I think it's Scenic Adventure. I never know which one they were coordinated to, but I think it goes to both. I think it's this one. So do I know if it's current? No, I do not know. I do not know. But you could find, I know we've had mountain sets before. So if you want to make a mountain, and we're going to do some, what do you call this? Brushing color on? I know it has a fancy name. Oh my goodness. This is not an expert video. I'm just telling you. This is what happened, and I'm going to share it with you video. But anyway, so I cut out the mountains, and we're going to color blending. That's what it's called. Color blend. Look how cute that came out. And if you go online and look at Mountain Spirit Yoga, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Audra, that kind of looks like your yoga studio. What do you call it? Not emblem. Not motto. Logo. There we go, logo. Apparently I do not know any words tonight. So we're going to make this. That way I'll have 2. And I need to make 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need to make 5 with mountains. Okay, so let's do that. Let's just make a project. Okay, so I did prepare, look at this. I did prepare the paper though. So how do you make an easel calendar? You need your 4 1/4 by 11. So you just take your piece of cardstock if you're in the US, and you just cut it in half, like if you were making a card that way. And then I did This is 4 by 5 1/4, and I embossed it with that new embossing folder. Oh, I guess I sponged it, and I sponged the edges, so that'll show up a little bit nicer. You need a 4 by 3 little piece. This is going to be our little bottom mechanism. We'll do that last. And then I decided it needed an extra layer, and so I'm doing 2 layers, yeah, of the arches. So I did, which one? The one that fits the calendars, if you get them, is this one. So what is that? 1, 2, it's the 3rd biggest one, is the one that fits these calendars. And I've got my mountain pieces. So we're going to do our little blending brushes. We're going to act like Audra knows how to blending brush. I think the first one came out super good, so you know this one's probably going to epically fail. So the good news is I have already ready an extra piece of paper cut out. So if it doesn't go well, we can fix it. Okay, so let's see. We'll do this part first. No. I'm going to do it the same way I did it earlier. Because, you know, sometimes you're just making something and it works, and then you try to replicate it and it doesn't work. Maybe that happens to you. Okay, so I cut this out in Balmy Blue. And, okay, this one I need to snip it off. You know, yeah, I do need to snip it off or it's not going to work. Okay. So these dies, if you've ever sometimes we have other dies like this. They don't, like, cut it out. So see how it can fit your paper, or, where's the little one? This is the little one. So you just have to cut off the edges, however you want that to go. And see, I'm going to put that back there, and we'll make it pretty. But anyway, it's always a little weird when you have these, but they're kind of cool when you want to make something like this. That comes out really neat. Okay, so this is Balmy Blue, and then I decided I was going to blend it in with Misty Moonlight. Okay, so that's this one. All right. Remember, I am not an expert at this. So you take your brush and you roll it in your ink, okay? And then I want to put it all along the edge. And so I always try to start it on the paper, so I hopefully don't get a big blob. And then one thing you have to do is then you have to pick it up, because sometimes, and you'll see when we do the weight, sometimes it doesn't look like the color's getting on there until you pick it up and really look at it. And so I think I'm going to do that one more time. And look how cute that is. They make good stencils. Like, watch this. Watch this. If you were doing this on another piece of paper, you could make like mountains. Isn't that pretty? So, I mean, not like, we are making mountains, but you can make the reverse of the mountain. Okay, so I'm going to do one more set of blue. I was nice and strong-handed on here. Okay. And you could probably do it on a darker blue, but I wanted, if you have to go look at our logo, mountainspirityoga.com, and you're going to see, like, I tried to kind of get the vibe. It's not exact, but I wanted the feel of that logo, because I know I couldn't replicate it exactly. Okay, and then we're going to use our gorgeous grape to top off our mountains even more. So in our logo, the tips of the mountains are more purpley. Okay, and that's this one. Okay, so I'm going to do the tip of my mountain. See how I did. And then always kind of pick it up and check. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I'm going to do it one more time. And then I'm going to do a little bit down the edge, but I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm going to let that blue show. There we go. See, now we're getting some, oh, it looks really pretty. Look at that. Okay, and then we got to do it on this piece. Okay, and so we've got the mountain. And we've got the mountain. Yeah, I want to make sure hopefully I get some blue in there. Okay, so I think that part's good. So now what we want to do before we do the next part, because I don't know, this is how I work. I like to like put them together to see. So it has to fit on here, and it has to fit, I want the calendar, because look how these calendars fit exactly. Hold on, let me pick it up. Look, it fits exactly in the dotted lines. Pretty darn cool. Okay, and is this going to get everything purpley? No, it's going to be fine. Okay, So then I want to think that I want my mountains. Don't worry, we're going to die cut it. Ooh, I can't see the bottom. Let's see if I can figure out what the bottom is. You know what we're going to do? We're going to put the bottom on that line. So we'll know. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad that you think it's pretty. Okay. So it's on that line. So see, I wouldn't want that little bit. I need some more mountain. Okay. I think I want like that much mountain. All right. And so then I'm going to slide this over. So you know what? Look, do I need more blue? Let's see. Nope, I don't. I'm good. Okay, so that's where I want my mountains to go. Maybe. All right, so I'm going to attach this tiny mountain to the bigger mountain. You know what? I should probably do it on the back of this. Okay. All right, tiny mountain to the bigger mountain. And you know, so these calendars, okay, so you don't have to use this set. You can use anything. Really, whatever your people like. You can make a beachy one. You can make I don't know, one with cats on it. You can make any kind of calendar you want. Okay, I'm going to just say that that's that. Okay, and then next, we need to die cut this out first. All right, and so it's the third biggest die. And I do already, look at this, I'm so prepared today in some ways. I didn't know what anything's called, but I have this stuff ready. Okay, so it's not gonna fit with, hold on, you can't see. I brought my mini boss over. It's not gonna quite fit through there. So what we're gonna do, but this does fit, is we're gonna put it, okay, so the calendar is going to go here. I think it needs to go, actually, because I want to be able to see the sky, so that might be in the right place. Let's see. I think over more, right? That gives me more. So see, that's why I made it bigger, because I thought it would be fun to give myself some wiggle room. And I'm going to bring it up. Okay, so we're going to say it's there. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. And then, so that it will fit through my die cut machine, I'm just going to cut off the edge. Oops, you know what? I'm going to cut off. Let's see if I can do it some more. See how exact this process is? This is not an exact process. Although when I do something like this, it does make me feel like an artist, because I'm like, ooh, you know, I'm just kind of going with the flow. Going with the flow. Okay. See if I can get it on there. Okay, there's my mountain. I want to put it up a little bit more. Okay. Whew. All right, and here's my top. And it bounced a little bit, but I think it's okay. All right, where's the crank? Ugh. This is the part that makes a mess when you do it on a video, because you can't keep it all under control. Okay. But that should be all we need to die cut. Let's just take our little mountain off, move this out of the way. Okay. All right, so now we have our mountain, so it will go on. Okay, so then the next, I saw you, Nadine, no die cutting. Yeah, this, you would have to make something different, but you could just do it with squares and DSP and, I don't know, cute little cutouts of DSP. You could totally have fun. You don't have to do all this extra stuff. Okay, so you're gonna think this is funny, but I want to, you know what, maybe I don't want to see it. On my other one, see on this one, I wanted to see that purple part. See how you can see where, there it is. You can see the line of underneath, but I might do it in blue on this one. Let's see. Because then my calendar goes there. Oh yeah, I'm leaving the blue. I'm leaving the whole thing. Otherwise you would just cut off with your trimmer. I would use a trimmer on this and you would hide it under there. Oh, but that's good. Okay, see? Look at that. Look at that. It's, what if I don't have time to do this project? I've been wanting to make one of those like accordion cards with these arches. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Or a scrapbook page where you put 3 of these across. I did just go to Colorado. Oh, see, there's not enough time. There's not enough time in the world for all the stuff I want to make. That would be a beautiful scrapbook page. And you wouldn't put the sun on all 3 of them, right? You would just make them all blue or purple or whatever it is. That would be super cool. Someone should make it and show it to me. Okay. Sorry, that was a total aside. All right, now, I'm like, well, how am I going to know where, I have a pencil, where to make my sun? See my sun? Oh, did I erase it? Ooh, hold on. No, do not use an old eraser. I need to go back and get that dot. So my sun is going to be right here. And that dot was even darker. Okay, I know I have an eraser somewhere, but I'm not going to worry about it now. Okay, so I'm going to start. When you do some blending, always start with the light to the dark, I think. It works best for me. Because if I have dark purple, it's hard to put yellow on top. So I'm going to start with the yellow. And I'm using Daffodil Delight. And I've got my blending brush. And I'm going to ink it up. Okay. And then, so I know, sorry, there's some adhesive over here. Okay, I know I need that to be where my center is. But I don't want to just plop this down and get that harsh circle, right? So I'm still going to brush it here. And then I'm going to kind of just jump over. And I'm going to make my little circle. And I'm going to try to make it nice and dark right in the middle. So I'm going to do it one more time right in the middle. Where my dot is that I'm going to hopefully erase, right? There we go. Okay, and then I would have printed, if I had time, our logo. There's a little pink outside the yellow in the logo of the yoga studio. So I'm using, and I really should probably re-ink this, but and it has faded. Petal, what's it called? Petal pink. Okay, it's kind of a salmon-y pink color. So I'm going to get lots on here. And then I have the same problem, is that I need to start on there. So I'm going to start it here, and then I'm going to make it go around the outside. And it's going to kind of blend in with my yellow, which I am fine with. And see now, like when I lift it up, oh, you can't see that as well. Okay, it's there. There's a light little bit of pink on the outside. So I'm going to go ahead and do it one more time. Okay, so my pink. All right, so there's my sun. There's my pink. Okay, you can kind of see it just a little bit. Oh, good. Marilyn says she's made a 3-panel card. I know, with the mountains, it would be awesome. I mean, that's been on my list to make one, and I just haven't made one yet. So who knows? It'll happen one day. Okay, next, we need to blend our purpley mountain. And I think I want to use the lighter color. I couldn't remember. Oh, I know, the dark one I did to do the little sponging. Okay, so I have my purple, get lots of ink on here. Okay, and then I'm going to start on my paper and bring it on. And I'm going to try not to go too much on my yellow, right? A little bit. And you want to just keep adding ink. And then I'm going to start here, and I'm going to bring it on, because I do want it to be purple, and it's going to take me a couple goes to make it purple. And where's my mountains? Let's check my mountains. Oh yeah, I'm good. So I don't really need to go any, oh, look how pretty that looks. I know it's upside down. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. And I am not an expert. You can do this too. I'm telling you. And you know what? Unless you give it to, like, you could give this to a Stampin' Up! Demo and she would still be impressed. And an average person is going to be like, oh my gosh, you made that? And you're like, yes, I made that. You can do this basic color blending. Like, I haven't color blended since the cruise in November. I color blend like twice a year. And then I'm always at maybe 3 times if I'm lucky. In the old days, I did it a little bit more. But it's so fun, and it gives you such a cool look. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And then I really want it on the edge. Ooh, don't like buckle your paper. So I'm not attaching this down, but you could if you wanted. I'm more of like, it just happens. Look at that. So you can see the difference between the purple and the white. I think I am good. Let's just test it with the mountains. Yes, it's so pretty. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's amazing. Okay, sorry. You know, it's good when the thing you're thinking in your head, and when you try it out, it works. And it's good because sometimes I make it once and then I can't do it again. So I got 2 of these, so I'm pretty excited. Okay, so now we're going to attach this. I do have somewhere here. Oh, here it is. I was like, I know I have some adhesive. All right, so when you're doing a calendar, you do have to think, this is heavy, and it's going to stand up all day. This is not when you be chintzy on your adhesives, right? You're going to use all your adhesives here. Okay, I'm even going to do a down each side. Ooh, hold on. I ripped my mountain. And I'm going to get a little extra there. Yeah, because it's the way the die cut is. Okay, so now, hey, Lisa. Ooh, ideas of a 60th anniversary card. You know what? There's a new stamp set, and I did just order it where it doesn't have the numbers, but it has, it might have anniversary. I don't know, look, the catalog might have something. If you have the old set with the numbers, that would be awesome. Do I know what it's called? No, but I kept it. I could probably find it in a second. Whew. Okay, so I'm trying to line that up best I can. I probably should have done glue. Whew, I think I got it. But I think a 60th anniversary card calls for something extra cool. Like you could do a 3-panel card and just happy anniversary it. I think it's fun to make something. You could even make this be a card with no calendar, right? And then put the back, but it would stand up if it was something they liked, or you put a picture on there. That would be really cool. Okay, next, the calendar. We're going to go to glue. Many years ago, I was a Weight Watchers leader, and I had a client lose 100 pounds. I made her, I don't know, this super large crazy card. It was really awesome. It just kept folding and folding and folding. It was pretty cool. Okay, now this is getting glued on right. That's why I did the glue. So I have time to figure that out. I want to see all of those pretty little dots. Holes? I guess they're officially holes. Oh, look how pretty that is. Y'all, that is super pretty. Okay, so we're going to let that dry a second, and we're going to make our card. All right, so what do we need? Okay, don't fold this long piece in half. I'm like full of rules. Even though I break them all the time, I'm like, don't fold it. You want to score it, okay? And you got to move all your ink pads out of the way because they're in the way. Okay. So you're going to score, this is your 4 1/4 by 11, and you're going to score it at 5 1/2. Because I think even Stampin' Up! With its most amazing paper, when you go against the grain, it will sometimes give you not a pretty fold. But see how pretty that is? Okay, and then you're going to take your piece. I like to do 4 by 3. 4 by 3. So see how it is, oh, look at that. Oh, that's super, super fun. Oh, Marilyn, that's so nice. Hey, Marilyn. Marilyn says she would send you a 60th anniversary card that she got in a swap. That's pretty fun. I like this to be smaller than the length. You could do it exactly the same, but sometimes I think it's kind of hard. Okay, so now what you do is you score it in half. So this is 3 inches. So I'm going to score it at 1 1/2. And then I'm going to score each side at 1/2. And no, I did not write this down, but I think you can do this. And then you're going to flip it and score this side. Don't mess up and use your cutter on that last one. Hey, Dawn! Okay, so then you need your bone folder. And you're going to fold the outer ones up. So I guess people say those are valley folds, and then this is your mountain fold. And that makes your cute little thing. Okay, next, nope, I don't want to put this on yet because we got to attach. Okay, so we have our cute little mountain. We're going to add it to this extra layer. I guess I'm going to put these in envelopes so they can't see them, so somebody won't know who got the one without the extra layer when I make these up tomorrow or this weekend. Remember, lots of glue, right? Because it's heavy. We're going to use that again. Okay, so let's put this arch on this arch. Yeah, look how pretty that looks. Okay. And then next, I'm going to attach this to this. So I embossed this. You don't have to, but I like adding a little texture to a project like this. And I did I used not the brush. Where's my daubers? Oh, I used a little sponge dauber to put the purple, the darker purple around before I embossed it. Yes, Dawn, I got a haircut. And it's super messy right now. So it looks much cuter when it was all fixed up. But I'm going to get used to it. It used to be short like this before. That's what somebody asked me. She's like, you've always had long hair. And so I went back through my photos, like my favorites. And I was like, oh, nope, here it was 2022 and 2019. All of those I had a bob. Just different, you know, different kinds of bobs. But then I let it grow for a couple years. Okay, and then this is going on the front. When you score, sometimes it's not exact, so find whichever one is the slightly longer one, that's your front. And you might not even have noticed that. This one was pretty darn close. Okay, and then that goes on. Okay, now we're doing this fun part, right? We're just gluing paper on. Well, actually, no, the color blending was the fun part, because it worked. That's the fun part, when it works. Okay, and then we've got that. I don't know why I put that away, because I'm going to need it again. All right, and then this is going on. There we go. Oh, and the other thing, the owner of the yoga studio, she loves purple, but she really loves blue. Blue is probably her favorite, but the logo is this purples and blues. Oh, look at that. Okay, and then I have to take this off, because I think it always throws like what you're seeing. Look at how pretty that is. Look at that card. Okay, and then last part, we need to make it so it'll be easel. So you take your little tent, and then you put your glue on the two outside edges. Hold on. There we go. See the two outside edges. And then you put it in your card, and see how this way you don't have to worry too much. You get it pretty close to the bottom. It doesn't have to be all the way down. And then I hold it with a fingernail, and then you close it up. Close it up. Put the lid on that. I don't know why I put everything away, because I need to make like 5 more of these or 4 more of these, whatever it is. And that is your piece in there. And now it stands up. And then every month they can just peel off. For my travel clients, I highlight the week that they're when their vacation dates are. So when they get to that month, they're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's highlighted. So that was pretty fun. So see, look, and that looks pretty similar. This is a little stronger. I need to get my good eraser, and I'm gonna erase that tiny, tiny pencil dot. But see, I think that extra layer makes it look a little bit better. And here's the one with the with the cruise ship. So this, I did a smaller one with the DSP, and then this yellow one is the same size as this. So I could even do a third one if you want. So there you go. That is how you make a quick easel calendar. So you can make those for your family and your friends or yourself. The packs do come in 10, but you should probably find some friends to order it with. Ooh, speaking of that, I need to pay Randy. My friend Randy ordered them. It's good to share it if you can, but really it's a small company. It's probably a good idea just to order from them anyway. I mean, they can't help how much the postage is, right? It is what it is. All right, so if you would like to come cruise with me, we will have really fun projects. I will be organized, I promise. The projects will be amazing. It will be super fun. Let me know, because I would love to have you join us. If you are shopping and you're not a demo and you want to shop for me, Audra Monk at Stampin' Up. Sorry, audramonk.stampinup.net, and you can order from the catalog, the spring catalog, the online exclusives, the regular catalog. If you need a spring catalog, let me know. In about 2 weeks, you will get one. All right, I think that's everything. Thank you so much, you all. I really appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for being part of my crafty world. And hopefully, hopefully I will see you next week, either Tuesday or Wednesday. I think that would be super fun, because I go out of town on Thursday. All right, so anyway, take care. I'll see you next time. Stay